Hey everybody, welcome back to our video. Today we are doing a spring fabric haul, some patterns, as well as I want to share with you some of my spring sewing intentions, just some things I have kind of in my head mocked up that I think is going to be really fun for the warmer season. I've been doing some fabric shopping as of late, cumulatively, and some fun prints in here and things I've really kind of never worked with before, and like I said, I have a few patterns to show you as well. So I think this is going to be a fun video. I've been watching loads of everybody's monthly plans, and while I don't do monthly plans because I don't actually get a lot of time to sew per se, and I'm a bit of a slower you know, I work a little slower, so I like to do this kind of by season instead of per month, because I won't really have very much to show you. But I've got good stuff for you today. Go grab a snack or a drink if you enjoy kind of these chit-chatty videos. And I do want to say that I also have a fabric storage solution slash vlog that will be coming up as well. I just need to film the last little bits. I finally got myself together and figured out a way for fabric storage in my small apartment, which, you know, the storage of anything in a small space can be quite challenging, but especially fabric, and they're kind of bulky, but they're kind of squishy and they're floppy. And anyways, I'm really excited to show you that because I'm so happy with finally my storage solution. But today we are here to talk about plans. So I think I will, let's see what's the best way to do this. You know what, I think I will show you the items that already have a pattern paired with it, and either I'll have it up to show you, or I can insert a little cutaway clip to show you the pattern style. So the first thing I have planned, and I did share this with all of you over on IGTV. If you follow me over there on Instagram, I'll put all my social media details down below in the info bar as well for you. I picked up these two fabrics, and they are the same fabric but in different colors, and that's actually really hard to find when you're in the shops, especially if you're in a shop like Dress Sew, which is where I go and get most of my fabrics. They're a great spot for digging around, for finding hidden gems, great prices, but it's not like they get, you know, one type of fabric and they stock it in 20 colors. I mean, sometimes they do, but not often. And especially if you're shopping clearance, because if it's something that I'm working on for the first time, I don't feel super confident about it. I do prefer to get clearance fabrics so I can practice and try it out and things like that. So these two, I believe, is a stretch cotton rib is what they've labeled it as, and I have this sky blue color as well as this mint color. Now mint is not a shade that looks great next to my skin tone, right up to my face, so what I think I'll do is I'll put the blue on top and then I'll put the mint on the bottom, because I am going to make this Berta 6336, and I know we're a little small here, we're far away from the camera, but I will insert a thumbnail of what this pattern looks like. Now this is kind of that sporty casual look, and how they've mocked it up in the front cover is they've got a color block. They had a gray up top and then a pink on the bottom. So I think that's what I'm going to do with these fabrics. And again, because they're a stretch cotton rib, you know, they've got good flow, they're really comfortable. And of course, they've got tons of stretch, way more than what probably this pattern calls for. But I love the fact that this is just a super easy, simple shrug. You throw it on and you're good to go. And I like things like this for the transitional season, because sometimes it does get a little chilly, and even if during the summertime, you may want to have just something over your shoulders to protect you from the sun. Speaking of throws, I completely forgot to tell you what I'm wearing today, because of all days I happen to be wearing a me-made item. So what I'm wearing right now with the big fluty sleeves is I believe it's a McCall's set of cardigans, and it's got a drape neck detail, which I'm quite a fan of. This is my first mock-up, and as you can see maybe that there's white thread underneath because I had used the serger with this. And so if I were to make this again, which I very well might, I like the silhouette of this, I am not going to use the white thread. I'll probably use bias binding or something because this doesn't look so great. But since I'm at home, just wear it around the house, totally cool. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm wearing over top, and then the tank top is a ready-to-wear item. Okay, so Berta Shrug, excited about this, super cozy, and kind of goes with my loungewear 2019 sewing intentions as well, if you watch that video. Then also from the clearance aisle, actually I got a lot of clearance fabrics, like there were some good finds in there. I want to show you these two. Now I didn't buy them with the intention of them going together. I kind of bought one and then bought the other. However, I think they're going to work together really well. And again, a bit of that color blocking as well. Not intentional this time, but I think it'll work out. So first, I have some of this power mesh. Now, power mesh, if you are a fan of Mimi G Sewing, she had mentioned power mesh in quite a number of her videos that she uses this technical fabric. So it's not super stretchy, it's a firm stretch. Like it's got stretch, but it also has good recovery and isn't like way stretchy and won't come back to you. This she'll often use to line the inside of her bodycon dresses or garments to kind of like suck you in instead of having to wear a lot of shapewear underneath, which I'm always excited about. And I would have never considered using a fabric like this. I don't sew sportswear or technical wear very often. Essentially, I don't think I've ever sewn anything in that category. But because she mentioned it, I was kind of on the lookout. And incredibly, I found this really affordably in the clearance aisle, and my local shop has a couple of colors. So if this works out good, I'm excited to go back and get some more because that would just be great. I don't usually line the inside of my dresses, but if that works out, hey, no need to wear Spanx. So that would be the lining. Now over top, the actual fabric I'm going to use, this is, I believe, a polyester or polyester nylon. It is a stretch rib, and if I get you a single layer, you can tell it has some body but also some drape as well. It is ribbed and it stretches quite a bit this way with pretty good recovery. So they call this like a yoga rib or something like that. Definitely, you know, more for sportswear, and I think it would make a really lovely Simplicity 8639, which is a Mimi G style bodycon strappy dress for the summertime. Now this she had created especially with the power mesh lining as part of the garment, so designed into this, because a lot of people had asked about it when she shared that little tip and trick with us. So I'm super stoked to be sewing this. I have not made a bodycon dress essentially ever, I don't think, because I find the fit can be tricky. However, because this dress has straps, I think I can just lift it up, shorten the straps to accommodate for the fact that I am petite, so 5'2" if you round up, and a lot of garments are just a pain in the butt to alter if you know you're petite, because they're made for about 5'7", someone who's 5'6", 5'7". But I think this one will be easy, and the construction doesn't look hard. The only thing I'm a little apprehensive about is probably the invisible zip on the back, but we'll see how this goes. I'm super stoked about this. I think if this works out, I would be just like wearing it all the time. It's got a French ruching detail, which is quite interesting, and then otherwise just a simple v-neck with some straps and a bit of a slit. So it is a bodycon dress, but with a lot of interesting details. So again, this is going to be the outside of the dress. It's going to be this charcoal gray, and then the power mesh lining is going to be this mossy green color. So really stoked about this, actually super stoked. I've never made anything like this, so it's going to be a great challenge, and fingers crossed that it turns out really well. All right, not kind of paired with anything, but because I found this in the remnants bin for like $1.99, I found some black power mesh. Now I didn't see kind of rolls of this power mesh in the like stocked in the aisles at all. So this could have been old bolts that they had, and this was just a remnant. But again, really great. And I'm thinking of possibly venturing into some loungewear / lingerie making. Not like the whole bras and stuff like that. That's way too over my head. But I think like a bralette or some kind of a tank or something in this stretch mesh or power mesh might be interesting. This is slightly different than this one. This is thinner and more lightweight, a bit more fluid. This power mesh, I want to say, just has a bit more structure. Oh, this way. So it might hold you in a bit better, you know what I mean? So I did get this as well from the remnants bin. We'll see what we do with that. Then let's show you the last one that I have a physical pattern to show you as well. I had really been on the lookout for a summer dress fabric. Now, a lot of summer dresses take up a lot of fabric. You know, they're very fabric hungry. If you want like a bigger skirt, like something flowy, and it gets real expensive. Now, my kind of rule of thumb is that unless it's something super particular and special, I don't want to spend more on my fabric total for a garment if I can buy the same or very similar item on, you know, in the shops for less money. So it has to be cheaper altogether. So even though it eats up a lot of fabric, I still don't want to overspend, you know what I mean? So I recently bought this Butterick pattern, which is a retro Butterick 3727. This is definitely very 80s, but it's a little bit like 80s doing a 60s, 50s type of thing, especially with View B, which has like a slash or a toe neckline. I can't remember what the name was. Begins with a B. Has little ties on the side. Super cute. Very like Audrey Hepburn style 50s. And then there's one with a V neck with a snap in the middle, so you're not flashing anyone accidentally. And then it's just a fuller skirt. It's elasticated at the waist, and I think this will be real cute for a summer dress. Now, this is very fabric hungry, and I hummed and hawed over what I want to use for this. Eventually, I settled on this fabric. So this is a 100% printed cotton. I don't know if this is considered quilting cotton or garment cotton, but it was in the cotton section, and I love the print. I was very set on the fact I wanted something with a print, and I think this will be lovely for a dress. The print is not overwhelming because I'm just going to use the same fabric all over. Not too big, not too overwhelming, but still kind of fun. And one of my friends actually mentioned she likes the fact that this is doesn't scream and shout summer, but it still has a bit of that summer vibe. So I'm really looking forward to making up my Butterick retro dress pattern in this cotton fabric. I think it has enough body so that it doesn't just hang there, and I bet once you wash it, it gets a little softer. Yet at the same time, it's not see-through. Some of the other cottons I looked at were a little see-through, and I didn't want to line it, you know, an extra step. So really looking forward to this as well. Lovely. I have like 4 meters of this. This pattern is really fabric hungry. Okay, I was at Fabricana of all places during my break because I figured I'd go and check it out. I don't have a Fabricana near me, so it's a bit of a journey to get there, but I wanted to see what they have. And because usually I go to dress, so Fabricana is very like posh and neat, and like you get a little shopping cart to roll around while you shop, you know, stuff like that. Definitely prices are higher. However, in the clearance, I found this stretch sateen. Now, I love working with stretch sateen because it's got a bit of stretch, so it is a bit forgiving, but it behaves and sews very similarly to a woven, so it's more or less pretty stable. So this is what I purchased. So this is very animal print, safari, you know, utility, that kind of realm of things, which is again quite trendy this season. But this fabric, as soon as I saw it, completely reminded me of like 1990s Roberto Cavalli. And because I was so curious, I googled it, and it turns out there is there are some vintage pieces from Roberto Cavalli in that decade using very similar, if not the exact same print. So I'm so proud of myself for eyeing this and picking it up. Now I'm not sure what this will be made into. Stretch sateen usually does well in a more structured silhouette. So let me know if you got a good recommendation about what I should do with this. I have about, I want to say just a little less than 2 meters. However, like this is very 90s business chic. You know what I mean? So love that. Okay. Let's get on with my next piece, which is again another cotton sateen. This one is lemons. Lemons on a mint green background. Dresso just got this in and I was afraid they were going to sell out. So I beelined my way down to the shop and picked up just under 1 meter of this. I think I'm going to make either an A-line mini skirt for the summertime or a pencil skirt. I haven't really decided, but I think the print is just so much fun. Could not pass this up. Speaking of prints, while I was there, I found a few more things I thought would be fun. First of all is this rayon, which from far away looks like polka dots, you know, white polka dots on a navy background. However, if you look real close, and I'll give you a cutaway, it's actually little faces of cats. Cat polka dots. So thrilled. Not terribly expensive. I bought 2 meters of this. This might become a simple summer dress, something that doesn't eat up too much fabric, or I might do like a camisole or something. I haven't decided, but I thought this was just so sweet, and it's a rayon, so it should be really comfortable to wear in the warmer season and has good flow as well. Then the last thing I have is possibly my favorite print, you guys, and I haven't quite decided what I want to make with this. From the top of my head, I want to say maybe an Ogden cami, because the simple strappy camisole lends itself so well to showing off a beautiful print. Isn't this just gorgeous? This is a 100% printed cotton. On a white background, we have like really posh, you know, girls on bicycles, a puppy, a girl at the flower shop with her sunglasses. It reminds me very much of Rifle Paper Co. illustration. However, of course, this is not Rifle Paper Co. fabric. The illustration though has that similar vibe, so if you love that, this is gorgeous. It is slightly see-through, so I will have to line it. I don't think I would really use this for a dress. It's like a bit too much in terms of the print, but I think maybe as a camisole, this would be really cute and super sweet for the summertime. So this is my fabric haul and some spring and summer sewing plans or sewing intentions. I love to hear what you're up to or what you look forward to seeing me make from what I've just shown you today. I hope you guys have a wonderful start to your weekend, and I will see you again very soon in our next video. Take care, guys. Bye!